I'm TJ Summers with Digital Artist Management. I'm back again answering some questions here related to the hot button topic of remote work. It's still very much a key part of our overall lives, both personally and professionally, and offering some perspective here on what employers are looking at and how they're structuring their labor force, and also what the overall sentiment is from a candidate perspective. So question number one that was submitted, given the number of people that we talk to on a day-to-day basis, what's the overall sentiment of candidates in returning to a studio environment? And I think probably the best way to define this is structured flexibility. And candidates are looking for having more flexibility in terms of going into the office and the frequency in going in the office. It could be 5 days a week, it could be 1 day a week. It really determine or be predicated on what's going on in a person's life. Still, work is obviously a critical priority and paramount in somebody's overall sort of makeup and how they're going about their day. But having an employer who's really has some empathy and has some understanding of what that might look like, and also is most looking out for like what the overall productivity of that employee is more important than if this person is on site or if he or she happens to be working from home. So structured flexibility is the overall sentiment of what we're seeing from candidates and what they're looking for in that next move. And then the other question that was submitted, number two, is given what's going on in the market and from an employer perspective, have employers told you if they're more productive, less productive? What's the overall output of people's work while they've been working as a distributed team and working remotely? And I guess the best answer to that question from what we've heard is, for the most part, everything's been on track. After the first couple months, let's say March, April, May of last year, getting everything set up, having everybody working distributed. Now everything has been rolling, seems to be rolling, often going great. And that's what we've heard from our perspective. We have, of course, there has been announcements of games shipping or games being delayed, but that stuff happens a lot. And I think maybe actually taking a couple extra months to let a game really achieve the highest quality and what consumers are expecting is the most important thing anyway. So we're seeing, for the most part, very high level of productivity. And I think again, going back to the question number one, it's having that flexibility and having making sure that the output and the success of what a person's putting into the game is measured based on not where they are, but actually how they're doing it and how they're performing on a day-to-day basis. So that's it. Those are two questions for the week. I'll be back in a couple weeks with some more. We may continue down the remote topic, or we may transition into some others, but I do thank you for submitting your questions. If you do want to submit more questions, please submit to tj@damagents.com. Hope you guys continue to do well out there in the game industry, and we'll talk to you soon.